Dire team ban. LGD's turn to ban. Dire team ban. LGD's turn to ban. Dire team ban. LGD's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I think
LGD's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
yeah, I like the ban on the Naga. I don't know. I seriously don't think the Void is worth the ban, especially not first phase. I just feel like it needs a lot to be successful, both as a position 1 and as an offlaner. And it takes a lot of time, and both of these games have finished at 30.
Dire team ban.
Roche attempts are going to be a lot longer with an Underlord on the team. I would prefer them to take out the Tide. I think Tide has been very key for LGD. Out of favor a little bit in the off lane, but there are other options. I don't know if they play Timber. Timber's very good right now. He's situational, but Hank. I just think they don't care. All these sort of pushing lineups, Dragon Knight as well, and they've been extremely effective. And whichever one lands, it ends very quickly, and it's hard to respond. Resistant to there as well. So this is going to be really important, depending on what.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great one. You can also Vital Strike through Repel. Lena support. So we've seen Lena mostly as a core. I think it will be. They might suffer in these larger team fights. Overall, though, I think I would. They're pretty. Problem is, LGD has been about avoiding them. But as we've said before, these teams are extreme. 5%, 10% one way. It can really go anywhere else. Yeah.
Заходит. Такой хороший, даже не мидгейм, а среднюю стадию. Что есть у LGD? У них есть ульт Бистмастера, пробивающий Black King Bar.
Pretty cool. We recommend checking it out. But over here, we are ready with this game as Mineski get into the lanes, and we do see Mushi on that Terrorblade looking very, very scary. And he is the man to beat this game. This entire game revolves around the Terrorblade.
I feel so, yeah. They have really good pick-off potential with the leader and things. Obviously, Ice didn't do so well on the Omni Knight in Game 1. I kind of, I talked about that a little bit already. I probably shouldn't flame him, but hopefully, good performance today. They do have ways of going through the repel, though. Obviously, they've got the swap, they've got the Viper ult, they've got the Beastmaster ult. So definitely ways of working through that repel.
Oh, toss back on the Luna there, just to get a bit of extra harass onto Ame.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what this support Tiny can do. God's talked about it a little bit on the panel, where if he has a really rough start and he doesn't get this blink until late, I think he's going to struggle. But if he has a good start and he gets that blink early on, I think LGD are in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see it so much, this harass early on, just going right under the tower here. This new strategy, because of course the creeps don't aggro, and you can really mess with the block and mess with the enemy players by going behind the tower here and just getting off those early hits.
FY's actually gone for boots first on the Rubik as well, which is really interesting. Same as Tiny on the position 4, he really wants to just be able to run at this Viper.
Jab's just taking him a couple of tower hits there.
But the thing is, he takes tower hits, but he knows that there's a ward in that place now because he got revealed.
Exactly.
So 3
mangoes on the Omni Knight, he's currently winning the Mango game.
Who knew you'd win the Mango game with 3?
Yeah.
They're so cost effective now as well, aren't they? So.
Yeah, mangoes everywhere. I mean, I'm surprised people are buying anything else. If you were me, I'd just be like 6 mangoes.
Yeah.
Good to go. Can you afford 6?
Probably.
Probably. Okay,
I mean, Mushi's doing a not a great job on this TV at the start of the game.
But how many mangoes does he have?
Oh, come on.
we're not changing topic. Oh, Jab throwing back the Venge onto the Omni Knight. Wasn't ready with the catch.
Yeah. LGD have this really strong 5-man potential this game though, so look forward to seeing that early grouping up and just pushing towers with all their auras. It's going to be pretty crazy from them. If they win a fight, those towers will melt. They will disappear.
Yes, absolutely. But I think that's the same for both teams. One team has Luna with the Venge, and then the other team's got Terrorblade with the Metamorphosis. So towers are looking very vulnerable this game.
Tiny D wards this mid ward here instantly because he knows that got used.
Yep.
The scouting before, so that's really good. Viper's going to has to be really careful now with this Tiny rotating in and possibly trying to kill him, especially when it gets to night time.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, FY will take a lightning bolt as these guys trade hits with one another. Ninja Boogie getting pretty low. I mean, he's been low pretty much this entire game so far, thanks to that early harass.
That was really unfortunate that Ninja Boogie was getting attacked by the small neutral creeps there. I think FY might have triggered them to come and attack Ninja Boogie, so he couldn't trade for the rune.
Naughty. And then comes FY, has got lift available, but it's a Terrorblade. He's got so much dang armor. Very difficult hero to bring down.
Yeah, absolutely. Jam's actually got an invis rune here, and there's a courier coming in.
Oh, a tasty courier. But
he's going to see this and probably just wait for it on the way back.
And yeah, LGD none the wiser.
Does it take 1 hit or 2?
Oh, just the one on Tiny, yeah.
Easy peasy. That's such a valuable kill on the courier, as a 1,000 gold to your team early on is absolutely huge.
Yeah, and it will put you in a good standing.
Yeah, he has that soul ring in the base as well, so when he brings that out to himself, he's going to be fine in this lane.
Stun out onto Ice, though. I think he's going to die just from the right clicks here. Yes, he is. First blood going the way of Arnie.
But my point still stands because he didn't have the soul ring, so he wasn't okay. See what you see?
Alright, I'll let it slide. Jab's still roaming around on this 4-position Tiny, which
here we go,
so much off. Is he going to get the toss hit? No, he's actually backing off. He doesn't want to get lifted under the tower.
Yeah, FY with the boots means he can just slip away.
Yep.
Nice and nimbly.
Slippery fish.
Yep. I'd be interested to see whether Jabs just rushes the blink completely, or whether he stops off with something like a, maybe even a wand 4 or some of these small items. Because if he just rushes that blink first, it might just be more effective in general. Just basically just causing chaos on the map.
Yeah, absolutely. So in this middle lane we have, of course, Moon versus Somnus. Currently drawing pretty well favoured on the Mineski. Start off as Lina pulls ahead on the CS.
Yeah.
Is this likely to continue?
Yeah, I think it does. Lina's a good matchup because she can keep the distance between the Viper and her.
Okay.
So obviously the Viper can't really get the poison attacks off to try and harass like he usually does on some of these heroes.
Okay.
Which is really good. But yeah, the problem is this Luna at the moment is having a much better time than the Terrorblade. She's,
yes, that is evident so far. Still early days, but right now, yeah, definitely Luna looking in a good position. Jabs not able to get the rune. FY getting in the last tick second there.
I'd like to see some ancient stacks for the Luna as well to fall back on. Obviously, with the Venge Wave of Terror as well, can clear them even quicker.
Yep, and also stack them easier as well. So
yeah, exactly, absolutely. So Viper in this mid lane. How does he turn this around though? Because I don't think this lane gets any easier for him, because Lena's just going to push the wave out eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like he might need some help.
I think he did. But the problem is they don't really...
That's my answer.
Rubik's not really going to help that much. He can lift, but if he leaves, then this Terrorblade's just going to get absolute free farm, it feels like. Oh, he is actually TPing bot.
He is lifting, and... sorry, he is TPing. Bottom lane, they are going on to Ice here. They have not got much damage to bring him down with, though.
Yeah, that DJ Aura level 2 is
really waiting though. They find him, they lift him up. He did get the Purify off. Do they have enough damage to bring him down with? Yes, they certainly do. As Eknova gets that kill now. Up atop, the toss back onto Chalice, and he's going to try and run for the tree line. The Thunderstrike ticking away on him, but the glimpse is there, brings him back into the middle of the world of pain, and Ninja Biggie will get that last hit on to the Beastmaster.
Tossing him back one way, glimpsing him back the other. He doesn't even know where he is anymore. It's just crazy. I
think you just click on home and basically let go of your keyboard and see where the world takes you.
Oh, they are smoking mid here on FY and Nova as well. Really looking for a... This is what you mean? Kill on the Lina. If they can rotate two of them, I think they're definitely going to get the kill. Yep. They just need the right initiation here. The Viper is...
Moon smells something going on, I think.
Viper's level 6.
Quite carefully.
Yeah, Viper's level 6 now as well, though, so they just get the Viper strike onto the Lina. She's going to fall.
And Jabs is here, and he's going to reveal this gank. I'm not sure he actually dies from it. Xnova does well to stay in the trees.
Yeah, they saw the Tiny walking across as well.
And now there's a lift on...
Oh yeah, here we go.
Why the stun to follow up, but they don't seem to have enough damage to bring down Moon. Despite the Vibe Strike coming through, Notice almost comes back in, and Moon didn't realise, and now gets taken out. Still throws out the Laguna Blade, and with the tower damage, Somnus is dropping low. Can they finish him off? Jabs is chasing. Ninja Boogie as well. They just don't have any mana left.
They've got the toss, I think. Oh no, Jabs walked away.
Strike, and then there's a regen rune and a salve, and everything going the way of Somnus. The world wants him to stay alive, and stay alive he will, and turn around and get a kill onto Ninja Boogie. Oh, what a little play.
That's really unfortunate. I'm not sure
play, actually.
When Jabs used the Mango, he accidentally walked back slightly, so he wasn't in range for the Viper to use the toss just after he mangoed. So that was really unfortunate. And like you said, that regen rune. Oh dear. Very unfortunate.
I think he got the salve to live through the first tick, and then the regen rune helped him live through the second tick. Oh, man. Sometimes the universe just says, okay, I'll give you a free pass this time. Everybody gets one.
Ice needs to be careful here, though. They are rotating both the supports on him again.
He's only got 2 mangoes now as well, so that could prove problematic for him.
Jabs spots out FY.
Oh, Jabs is just a gank spotter today. I mean, Xnova and FY must be really annoyed right now because all their ganks have been ruined. The toss forwards, and now the glimpse to follow up, and FY is in a whole world of hurt, though in comes with the Eclipse, trying to drop the damage down, but that target is repelled, so there's no damage onto the Tiny. Meanwhile, FY just trying to get away. He's on pretty low health, trying to make it to the safety of his tower. Meanwhile, in the back lines, it is actually no Xnova goes down the toss. They managed to find it. Omni Knight going deep, but he doesn't have a heal anymore. He's going to try and TP himself out of this one. Do they have the damage to bring him down? They certainly do not, but Jabs finds himself all alone. The Lucent Beam comes out though, and now he can TP. Can they kill him? No, both of them get away on no health at all. And Moon throws out a laugh into the ether just to punctuate this point.
That's so frustrating for the Viper that he TP's in there to get clear up on these kills, and they both just TP away from the front of his face, and he's like, oh, I can't do anything.
What a great rotation from me.
Oh, crazy. And that frees up the mid lane. Obviously, for the Lina to go back to now. So Viper's just going to waddle back, try and get something on the way, get these bounty runes maybe. But it means Venge's going to get some XP in this mid lane in the meantime. Try and get towards that level 6 for the swap. Can use it defensively as well when Lina goes on somebody with the Light Strike Array, or you could swap somebody after the glimpse back. You know, there's a few possibilities here.
But as of all this action in the bottom lane, what it has led to is the Terrorblade managing to pull ahead on CS and therefore net worth right now. So That is the threat, and this game it's Luna versus Terrorblade.
Yeah, this is the dream where you can just leave your carry in a 1v1 where he gets 3 levels and XP, and then you just go and pressure your enemy safe lane instead. And I love what Arme does here. He's like, guys, I can't do anything. I can't defend this tower by myself, so I'm just going to TP back to the top lane. Just go and push the other way.
Yeah,
basically just trade towers.
And that's exactly what we're going to try and do. There is a TP in now from Ninja Boogie, and with Mushi they might try and go for this. Looks like they're not going to go for the glimpse, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't try and go on the Beastmaster there instead of the Luna.
But I think they wanted to. And now they're actually going to find a kill onto Jabs down the bottom, but Chalice is stuck inside this kinetic field, and there's really no way out. He uses the Roar. That's a pretty valuable cooldown to use for no particular reason.
Never mind.
And I think he had some legit play in his head. He like, you know, he was in the zone. He's like, oh yeah, watch this, guys. And you know, sometimes you pull off the biggest play of your life.
Put the shades on.
Yeah, and then other times you do that. But there you go.
Arme's TP to the top lane. He's like, yes, I'm going to go and push. And he's like, oh, okay, they're here to hurt me. Go to the mid lane. He's like, I'm here to push. Oh, they're here again. Back to the bot lane I go then. Yeah. This is fine.
Alrighty then. Well, using the map at least. Chalice TPing back to this top lane and just forcing Mushi out. I mean, Mushi has spent a fair amount of time in the jungle here, but that's absolutely fine for a Terrorblade because he does have those illusions. And he has been spending a decent amount of time in the lane as well, so...
Yeah, he's doing a good job of just forcing the lane in really quickly and then going back to the jungle to farm. Obviously doing a really good job of just being efficient with his illusions, farming the jungle as much as he can. And you can see that they're reflected in the net worth at the moment. They're doing a good job so far. Well, this is another smoke from Xnova and FY though.
Yeah, coming forward, although not coming towards the lane right now. They're going to take such patience. No greed at all. Selfish supports, not taking the bounties.
Jabs is coming over though.
Oh, yeah, you're baiting it out with the illusion rune, I think, and now FY will come in, but Moon's waiting.
Yeah, they can't.
Pretty scary.
Well, they actually killed Chalice top. Well,
wow.
just Mushi. Yeah. Oh no, there was Ninja Boogie as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Not too surprising. And I think this is probably going to turn into a tier 1 push in the top lane. Obviously, they timed that really well with the catapult spawning as well.
I think you might be right.
Always good to do. Time these kills with the catapult so you can get as much tower damage as you can. Talked about that a little bit last game, but again, good point to make, you know.
If you don't say so yourself.
Okay, I'm just tooting my own horn.
Wow, what a great bit of casting I just did. Anyway, Terrorblade's hitting down the tower.
He's just melting so quickly, isn't it? It doesn't matter if you nerf Terrorblade, he's still going to do the same thing as he did before, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just what the hero does, you know. If he couldn't push tower so well, he wouldn't be a very good hero.
That's true. Great analysis by us there. This is top notch.
This is,
So the thing is, Luna's having a decent game, Viper's having a decent game, Beastmaster's having a decent game.
Well, but I can see a trend here.
I'm sure they would really like to have had the Luna on top of the net worth at this point.
Yeah.
If you look at Luna compared to the Terrorblade, this Terrorblade's having a really good time. And the problem is, I think they really wanted to be ahead of the Terrorblade and go for this kind of like mid-game push lineup, as we see with all the auras. But now that the Terrorblade's getting farmed, it's going to be so difficult to push into that reflection. He's going to have a decent amount of levels online.
But yeah, I like that point you're making though, just about like kind of the difference. The glimpse back, they catch Chalice out in, and they just completely melt him. Although FY steals the Laguna Blade and gets a kill onto Mushi with it of all people. Oh my god, what a little play from FY there, just jumping in with the Fade Bolt. And keen eyes on him. Wow.
He's going for more.
He's going for more, he's not done. No, he's done, he's done.
He's done, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Ooh, calm down. But my god, what a play. Taking out the enemy carry on your 5 position. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see in Rubik players.
I hate to call you out on this.
FY, not done.
The 4 position, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So the thing is, it's so important because we were just talking about how important the Terrorblade was for their drop, and they haven't really put any emphasis on trying to shut him down at the moment.
Yeah.
They put FY top at the start with the Beastmaster. It didn't really do too much, and yeah, that Laguna steal was absolutely huge. They really need that burst damage to kill the Terrorblade. Like they have the Eclipse and they have the Viper, obviously to amp the spell damage and things, and they have the Roar, but not like any real burst of spell damage like the Laguna gives you. So yeah. Amazing.
Well, let's see. Luna trying to play the catch-up game, and that does help out a lot after that Terrorblade kill, but still, you know, the Terrorblade farms fast.
Yeah.
To say the very least. In fact, that's probably a very minor way to put it. And Armade's just struggling to keep up right now.
I think we've seen it.
There we go. Chalice caught out once again in this kinetic field. Laguna comes off. The right clicks. Is it enough to finish him off? Yes, it certainly is. But in comes Somers. He's got a double damage and he's hit against the world. But in comes FY trying to deal the damage. But there's the GA using stolen, turned around, and the Eclipse as well. And LGD clean up Mineski in the river. Oh boy, what a turnaround! And you know the GA was just for the style points on top. I think the Eclipse had already finished it off, but
he did that in game 1 as well, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, he's just all about the style.
FY Rubik is something else, isn't he? He's so good at that hero.
Yeah,
my word,
it's fun to watch. And here we go, middle lane, a tier 2 tower. I mean, it doesn't really matter if the Terrablade's farmed, which he's not as farmed as Ame anymore, but Ame's just got the better early game hero.
And this is what was talked about in the drafting stage. It feels like Jabs hasn't done anything this game on this Tiny. Like, we haven't felt as effective
Maybe
at all.
a little bit harsh. We did see some tosses, some nice kind of interruptions to the lane coming off earlier on. I think he was a big reason why Mineski's lanes went pretty well. But now, yeah, in this mid-game, absolutely, he's done nothing.
Like, LGD just group up as 5 here, and Tiny's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And he finds X Nova and will just get stunned.
Oh, the glimpse.
That's try the unlock. See, he's looking to prove you wrong now. He's listening, and then we go. It just completely turns apart.
Yeah, he's actually gone for the bottle and for the wand. For the bottle stick and the wind lace first before the blink. So it's only 400 gold or so away now. So when he gets that online, he's going to be a much more of a threat.
Yeah, he's just a blink toss machine, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And he can just blink people back into the throw people back into the Terrorblade.
Look how much that Faithful slows down the push. But in comes Jabs on the backlines, though. Does get poisoned up. I think he's just making space right now. Whoa, long range toss, go long, he says. Right back into that disruptor, and then the damage up onto Thomas, but it's not enough. Meanwhile, Jabs and Moon have both got a full on the other side of the river.
Yeah, they threw
a little bit separated.
They threw all their damage onto Somnus. So they're like, oh yes, we got a great toss, and Viper's like, I am Viper.
Yeah.
Corrosive skin, and then they just can't bring him down. Laguna Blade doesn't do enough.
Yeah, it's actually even with the corrosive skin, it's pretty surprising how much this guy lives through. But he's also got that hood as well, which also came in so clutch there.
Yeah. Oh my! And this is such a free Roche with all the auras as well. All they have to do is win a fight in the mid lane, and they can just walk in and basically just take it easily.
Yeah.
So it's just free. And this Terrorblade's doing fine, but if Luna's keeping up with the Terrorblade in farm, I think that LGD are going to be perfectly happy with how this game's going.
I think you're right. And Rubik with the Avalanche now as well. It's a nice little spell for him to grab, although we'll get wheels up into the air. Moon's pretty mad. He's like, you keep stealing my spells, but in comes X Nova, gets the stun off, and FY, he's actually...
Oh, glimpse.
No.
Oh, they do catch him in the middle.
It's caught inside the saddling. You don't need Static Field, you don't need the glimpse.
And they do finish him off with the last right click.
Yeah, although the lift into Moon, it's not quite enough though.
Angry FY illusion.
The angry Rubik Angel before he goes to heaven.
My word. And yeah, Ame in this House of Dragon Lancers now, as well as the Mask of Madness. I love that he's just going straight for the BKB this game. He knows that they just need to group up and fight all the time.
Oh, there's a shout onto the Omni Knight though, and they have more than enough damage to tear through his defenses as Ice eats the dirt.
It's one thing to get roared. It's another thing to get roared and stand next to the tower so the glaives bounce off back and forth, isn't it? That's really sad.
Quite unfortunate with the positioning there, but didn't really see the roar coming, I guess.
I love that Viper's gone for this hood as well. Obviously against all this magic burst from the dive from Jabs on the Tiny. We've got Moon on the Lina, even the Disruptor Static Storm. It's so valuable. Well, they're doing such a good job, LGD, here, of just taking over the map basically at this point. They haven't got the tier 1 bot at the moment, but I imagine they're eyeing that one up soon. But they're okay, there is the blink on the Tiny now, so might see a few more successful rotations from him, but I'm not so sure.
There's a lot of pressure on him this game to be able to make the space which they need. He needs to get some really big tosses off, preferably on the Lina. Preferably on the Luna.
Yeah. I don't. FY just stole toss as well, and he's going for a blink of his own, so he might just be the upgraded Tiny this game.
Just blink in and toss them back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so smart. It's like a game of tennis, isn't it? Or badminton, come on. Oh.
That's not how either of those games work.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, we're Dota commentators, not sport commentators. I think that's pretty obvious. Oh, what a kinetic field though, gonna catch out both Chalice and Ame, and in jumps rest of Mineski with the Avalanche toss combo onto both of them. They're gonna take the Aegis and a hero to go with it, and FY looking very low as well. Ice will land the final blow as Ame immediately into a Sunder, and Luna goes down for the second time. Viper is going to go down in return, but no, X Nova gonna drop, and now Viper's still alive, but now gets finished off by Mineski.
Yeah, Moon went down on the leader in the middle, but that's such a good fight from Mineski, just fighting around their shrine. They got the Sunder just as the Terrorblade got really low.
Yeah,
oh my word! What a static storm by Ninja Boogie though. He's so good on this hero.
That was so sick.
6-0 on Disruptor in the last month, and you can see why. This guy's crazy good.
Yeah, you really need to think twice before giving Mineski Disruptor.
Yeah, and that was all from that ward giving them vision around the bot rune area. They saw them walk up the hill, and they were like, well, we know exactly where they are. We're just going to catch them off guard.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, Omni, he's got a double damage, but not that threatening by himself. Meanwhile, Terrorblade, he's got that Manta and he's heading towards the Eye of Scatty next, and once he has that, he's going to be quite a troublesome hero for the Luna to play ball with, honestly.
With that 300 health talent, he just got level 15 though, he's definitely a troublesome hero already.
Yeah, and you know, it's hard to tell who wins on a straight-up fight between him and Luna. I think right now it's Luna, but once this Scatty comes out, I'm not so sure.
I think it depends, because Terrorblade's more of like a single target burst kind of hero, isn't he? But Luna's all about that spread damage, really just basically just A-clicking and hoping for the best in a way, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think Luna popped the Eclipse that fight though either, unfortunately, because she did get burst down relatively quickly both times, and LGD are going to be so disappointed. That's how they use their Aegis as well, using it to heal the Terrorblade.
Yes.
Very unfortunate.
That's, less than ideal.
And all of a sudden, you know, Terrorblade's 2k ahead of the net worth and ahead of the Luna again, sorry, and we were saying how good it looked for LGD. All of a sudden, it looks really good for Mineski again now on this Terrorblade.
Yeah, the gold swing is real as it comes straight away back again.
I just want to talk about this Venge a bit, sorry.
Okay.
Venge has actually gone for a 1-4-4 skill build, which I really like. Well, 1-4-3 at the moment, but you don't need any more than 1 point in the stun this game. You're all about the aura and you're all about the wave of terror. And it just helps their push so much.
Helps their Luna.
Yeah, the stun's nice, but you know, it's not as effective this game, I think.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I would agree. But the big thing about this game is, like, with the comebacks, you know, it's very easy for Mineski to come back after they take a fight because they've got the Terrorblade, they've got the late game. But as the game goes on, you know, the more comebacks which happen, it's just going to favour Mineski.
Oh no!
As they fight, and Chalice does pull out the shout. He's doing a lot of damage to Ninjabugi here. Are they going to be able to actually take it down? He sunders his teammate. Never in my life have I seen a Terrorblade sunder a support for their benefit.
I'm not sure if you just saw, but Ninjabugi just used the shrine afterwards as well, so I don't think he realised that he actually got summoned.
He was so in disbelief about it.
Very unfortunate. I like that Jabs is going for a medallion on the Tiny as well. Helps their roach potential, and obviously really good against all this minus armour from the Radiant side, especially from the Wave of Terror. They've got all this attack speed coming from the Beast.
Still, adds a lot of damage, and that is going to take out X-Nova.
Good kill. They really, Mineski really need to use this Lina to get pick-offs as much as they can. It's really difficult because LGD are grouping up so much, but when they do split up, you really need to kind of try and abuse that as much as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we'd still do. Mushi, Teammate of the Year award for me. I mean, sundering a support, never in my life.
The best one's when they do it and they die afterwards, after sundering their support. It's very sad.
True. That ends the opposite of the Teammate of the Year award.
Just reminds me of Envy. I think that's the guy who does it the most. Never mind. That's fine.
We don't talk about him.
He's not at the tournament. Yeah. Sorry guys. Oh my god. Ice has actually got an axe queued up on the Omni Knight. That's surprising.
Global Guardians, I mean, it's alright.
Yeah, I would have liked to have maybe seen a Crimson Guard as well, but I think it's
true. That'd be really nice versus Luna.
Obviously Luna, Beastmaster, Necro Books as well. There's so much right-click damage coming out from them.
And there's that Scatty out for Mushi, so he is slowly becoming a harder and harder target to take down.
He is one tanky boy now, isn't he? Sitting at 2.1k health. My word. And it's only going to, when he gets the butterfly, I imagine he goes for a butterfly next for the evasion.
Seems likely.
We've seen that, there's so much right-click potential on the LGD side. Ooh, both teams actually smoking here by the looks of it.
Yeah, we got a smoke on smoke, but LGD running the wrong way to run into Mineski.
Yeah, I think they're trying to pick off the leader in the top lane.
Yeah, they are pinging her out now. And X-Nova just waiting for his team. Come on, guys.
Maybe they know that Mineski is smoking and they're trying to take something.
Yeah, I think they just realised, wait a minute, no one's showing in lane here. We've shoved mid pretty hard, no one's showing. And Moon is very obviously showing at top.
Oh, Venge
gonna show. Now
lost vision. Lost vision.
Yeah, but the last minute there, Chalice will cut down those trees, but in comes
onto Moon.
Yep, they got the repel onto the Lina, but she'll use herself up into the Emerald Zone. But Chalice is the one who's going down as he is tossed up by the Tiny. Moon is still going to fall. So, Ninjabugi also being taken.
No, Ice
in a lot of trouble here. In down comes the Eclipse, and Ame with the double kill. LGD looking strong right now. Mushi can't find a target right now.
It felt like Mineski kind of half committed there. They weren't sure whether they wanted to defend, and Ice TP'd in, and Mushi was like, oh, I'm not really sure.
Oh no, Jab's caught out as well. Mineski lose another, and LGD, they take 3.
Mushi is still here, and he has got the Metamorphosis up, but we haven't really seen anything from him this fight.
I mean, both Mushi and Moon have just been hanging around the sidelines waiting for an opportunity which hasn't presented itself, and now PSG.LGD try to punish, but don't quite manage to do anything really.
Yeah, they are taking this Ancient Stack though, which is pretty big for them. Obviously take that away from the Terrorblade, it's nice to have on your Luna. But yeah, really unfortunately they couldn't really get the TV into the fight there because they were kind of dying one by one and going, shall we go in? No, let's not go in. Yeah, maybe go in. No, let's not go in. And yeah, very half-hearted.
2 minutes left on that Roshan timer, and that's going to be pretty big. I mean, it could be anybody's Rosh at this point.
Yeah, there is a Necro 3 on the Beastmaster as well, which is obviously going to help. Gives them even more auras. Oh, great.
Yeah,
that's lovely.
In case you needed them.
Yeah. We haven't really seen them kind of group up as 5 and really try and push and take towers, though. It's very difficult. Especially with Mineski pushing out these lanes really well with the Tiny and the Lina and such.
Yeah, Lina's wave clear is very, very nice, and Tiny's as well. Helping them get a bit of farm as well, stopping them from disappearing completely off the net worth chart on that Tiny. But still below FY, interestingly. But FY's been having a good game, right? He's had a couple of big kills early on, which helps you get through the mid game.
Yeah. Definitely. So Ice actually committed to the Axe now. He's bought the point booster, so
Blimey.
I'm surprised. Blimey.
Yeah, that completely flummoxed me, that one did.
Yeah, but it means whoever gets roared, though, he doesn't have to be next to them. So the problem is when he's going in, he's getting picked off as well by somebody, so he just needs to stay back, make sure he gets his G off first, and then just kind of run into the fight and do whatever he can, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Viper got up BKB now as well, my word. It's starting to look really strong for LGD in their 5-man.
I'm wondering who is going to be on the receiving end of this this next fight from LGD. And also, Mineski need to fight, because they can't really let the Roshan go to LGD, because if they do, then this game gets really hard for them.
Yeah, definitely. But the same, if it goes on something like this, they probably won't give it to the Terrorblade, they'll probably give it to the Lina, but they've been doing a really good job of getting rid of Lina before the fight starts properly. Yeah. They're just bursting her down. You saw the Venge Dust in the top lane before to pick her off. And if they get it on the Lina, this Terrorblade, if you're taking out the Lina in the meantime, this Terrorblade is going to be whacking away at you so hard with all his illusions.
Yeah, well, Mineski, they're smoked up and ready to go. Running down the middle lane, it looks like. They're just going to run straight at them.
They really want to get a kill before this Roche spawns, I think, so they can transition into it after.
And in comes Jabs, does find the Avalanche, short-ranged glimpse onto Charles, doesn't get him inside that static field, and kinetic field. And unfortunately, Mineski will now back off.
Yeah, there was an unfortunate initiation from there. X-Nova did a really good job of swapping the Beastmaster out, so it meant they couldn't just burst someone down really easily.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden they're kind of like, oh god, our initiation's gone wrong, let's just chill out for a bit. Oh, they are baiting here though, what a bait in the pit.
Yep, and well, the tree will show everything, and they all of a sudden realise, wait a minute,
the bird tanked
Detective Tiny.
The bird tanked the tree.
Does it give a vision around where it lands? I think it does. I'm not sure.
Not sure. I don't think so. Don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not a Tiny player. God. I probably should be because that hero is very strong, but
yeah. Everyone should be a Tiny player if they want to win.
That's been getting a lot of nerfs recently, though, hasn't it?
True. We've seen it go from being a first phase pick to being a kind of not niche but not common pickup. Definitely Mineski though. I mean, they play this Tiny a lot.
Yeah, definitely. It's usually on Moon, but again, the fact that they can play it on this position 4 is obviously really strong. Roche has spawned now, though, so both teams going to be really lingering around the Roche pit area, not wanting to give this away.
You say lingering, LGD say let's go, and they've taken their gloves off and they are just going to town. And there's going to be a rotation in, but the swap onto the Omni Knight with the Roar as well. Can they take him down? Omni Knight is going to drop, but does buy back immediately. Jab's also going to fall down in this. Meanwhile, Mushi jumping forwards, trying to take down X-Nova just with a bit of harass, and then jumping him down onto the low ground. That'll be enough to take him out.
And Mineski need to go for the Roche here. They've popped the Terrorblade Metamorphosis, sorry.
Yeah, they've used a buyback as well.
2 buybacks. Oh no, Ice.
Oh, the toss back on to the Viper. Can they take him down in time? He pops that BKB. The Eclipse coming through. It's doing a lot of work to Jabs. They can take him down at least. I think there's a Rubik static field going down. And now trying to take down the Lina as well. She's thrown into the air, but she is going to drop. Moon hits the deck. Ice trying to run away. Do they have the catch? FY jumping the wrong way. Now the slows are out. Ice, he has indeed brought back. He uses a repel. Where can he go? What can he do? He doesn't have a TP for 51 seconds. This is going to have to be the great escape. Meanwhile, Roshan does go down to Ame here, but we'll keep an eye on Ice trying to get through the tree line here. But he's found out, and I think this might be the end for poor old Mr. Ice.
Space created, and you know the worst bit about this is Ice doesn't have buyback, Terrorblade doesn't have Metamorphosis, and Luna has an Aegis. What do you think is going to happen in the next minute or so?
Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure there's a couple of beads of sweat on the Mineski players right now.
Yeah, I don't know how they hold this high ground without Ice as well on this Omni.
Yeah, the Omni Knight is really important aspect of that.
Oh my word, here we go. They've got the Alpha Wolf as well from the Beastmaster. increasing damage.
Glimpse back, just please stop hitting our tower for a second, sir.
And here come the auras. What did he steal? Oh, okay. So he gets the country mission, so nothing great. It's fine, still more push power, you know. And they're just going to head top here as well. It doesn't matter.
Just go.
And they've got
just send it.
So much push potential. Look at the tower now.
Yeah, this is a lunar effect.
It's the lunar Beastmaster Venge.
Well, in comes. Oh no! Immediately into the raw. Not like this. Mushi gets destroyed. No buyback on him. Just oh my god.
And this is it. How do they defend?
Game is over.
Mushi has no buyback.
Yeah. Can they defend with 4? The game's never over. Can they defend with 4? Dire Courier just gets caught in the crossfire. Jab was smoked up on the sidelines. Does get revealed. Wants to jump in on someone here. Moon just throws out the Laguna, but FY does die. Maybe they can get some more as Moon is dropping low, but the Ancient has fallen.
That was very
yeah. I thought there was a fight at brewing, but Ame wasn't involved in the fight because she was hitting the Ancient.
Oh my word.
And that's it. LGD take the victory on the backs of their Luna. So
all it took was one fight, and they just win the game.
Yep, absolutely.
Crazy.